In today's video, we're going to talk about the relationship between a narcissistic mother and her son. If this is something that interests you, then please stay tuned to find out more. Now, what defines a relationship between a narcissistic mother and her son? In most cases, this relationship is all about control and enmeshment. The mother sees her son as an extension of herself rather than as an individual. She only has conditional love for her son, which means that he only gets approval when he meets her needs or when he reflects well on her. So if this son wants to do things for himself, the mother that has narcissism in this case will not tolerate that. If the son wants to do things for himself, the mother will not allow this. She will always make sure that her son caters to her every whim. A narcissistic mother will also use a lot of manipulation and a lot of control to get these needs met. And it doesn't matter if she hurts her son in the process. Her needs always come first. A son of such a mother unfortunately suffers with emotional neglect. He will always feel like he isn't important. His feelings will be dismissed, they will be ignored, they will be ridiculed, and/or they will be invalidated. The narcissistic mother will parentify her son, and she will expect her son to comfort and care for her. And this is especially true when the mother doesn't have a good relationship with the father, or when the mother is actually a single mother. The son will then become a surrogate husband. Another thing that we see with a narcissistic mother and her son is that the mother will belittle him or try and make sure that he is aware that she is always the one that is dominant in this relationship. She is very competitive and extremely critical of her son. When her son wants to have a relationship, she will do everything she can to sabotage this relationship. She will not like that the son has a life of his own. So when the son becomes an adult, this is when the dysfunction will really show. Because in most cases, the son isn't aware that the relationship he has with his mother is dysfunctional until a lot later in life. And it usually comes up when the son starts having romantic relationships. This is when he'll notice that something isn't quite right because the mother is always interfering and is always causing problems. Some sons will end up developing NPD traits themselves, and when they are in a relationship, they will end up putting their mother's needs first before their partner's. And other sons luckily understand what's going on and they seek therapy and they start setting boundaries and they are able to better protect their new family. Now, what is the psychological impact that a narcissistic mother has on her son? Well, the son may have low self-worth. He'll end up believing that love must be earned. He will have difficulty with boundaries, so he'll struggle to say no, or he'll struggle to separate his identity from others. He may feel a lot of guilt and shame because he will struggle to handle his mother's moods, and this may also interfere with relationships. He may become over-accommodating in adult life, so he may actually end up being a people pleaser. And something that we see a lot in men is that they will have a lot of resentment, a lot of anger that starts showing up in relationships. And all of this anger is anger that was repressed, anger that he wasn't able to direct at his mother. So in relationships, this son may end up replicating the toxic relationship that he had with his mother, and he may be really scared of either getting rejected or he may constantly seek validation from a partner. In his career, he may feel like he has to overachieve, that he has to be perfect in order to be worthy. Or you may see that a son like this is an underachiever because of internalized criticism. Emotionally, this son may avoid conflict, he may continue to suppress his needs, and he may have a fear of true intimacy. So he may end up having a lot of different sexual relationships, a lot of different partners, but he will struggle to actually have any long-term relationships. How does a son heal from having a narcissistic mother? The first step is obviously awareness. It's understanding that there was a dysfunctional relationship. It's understanding that there was enmeshment, that there was abuse. And of course, trying to understand the patterns of dysfunction and trying to change them. It's also important for the son to understand that it wasn't his fault that the mother treated him this way. He has to learn how to start setting healthier boundaries with his mother. It's important for him to start learning to say no and to start separating himself emotionally from his mother, even in moments where she tries to guilt trip him. Another good thing that a son can do is to try and reconnect with his inner child, because this inner child was abandoned. This inner child's needs were neglected, so this is also very important. The support a son needs has to obviously be trauma informed. Support groups are good, art therapy is good, specialized coaching, individuals that understand narcissistically abusive dynamics in a family. And another thing that a son can do is try and find healthy friends, healthy communities. Maybe this is in sport or at the gym, maybe this is a teacher, or maybe this is somebody he works with. Anybody at all that can be a good role model is going to be very helpful on this son's recovery journey. Sons of narcissistic mothers are able to rebuild their lives, and they are able to have fulfilling lives as long as they put the work in and as long as they have the right support. It isn't a quick, easy fix. It is possible for him to have a relationship if that is something that he wants. A son of such a mother is allowed to take up space, is allowed to be the person that they were always meant to be. And if you are a son of a narcissistic mother, I would like to invite you to my online support group. It is €80 for 2 sessions per month. In these online sessions, there will be sharing, there will be some exercises that I will introduce. It will be a safe space with up to 8 people. It will be a closed group, so it will be the same participants in all of the sessions. That is the end of the video today, everyone. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. If you have any questions at all, then please feel free to email me at courageisallyounneed@gmail.com. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.